Today we'll see how I created a workflow to generate short form clip based on existing YouTube video. So the workflow works like this. You have the ID video of your YouTube video. Then we retrieve and format the transcript. After this, thanks to an LLM, we'll select some specific clip of the long form and we'll perform a loop on each clip to edit it automatically and have it formatted as a short form. Let me show you some output clip that I had thanks to this workflow. So this is two batch. As you can see, we have an end screen that will be added at the end of each clip. And each clip have the title here at the beginning and then a specific ID. Let me open one to show you how this look like. So with you have on the top the main screen and on the bottom you have the face cam. You also have the sound, but I just mute it so you can hear me. And as you can see at the end, we have the end screen. I will show you another one so you can see it better. So let me open this one. So this one is Tower in the Jungle example. So this is from my last video where I show how I edited an image thanks to FalAI with the LLM Fluxmax context. So as you can see, we have the same setup. Also, I muted it again. And as you can see here, we have what I was talking about. So this is an important point of the video. So the AI kept it. And as you can see at the end, we have the same end screen. Let me go back to NA10. So there are only two constraints for using this workflow. The first one is that your video should be in a specific format. That is, you have a face cam at a specific place of the video and the face cam is not moving. And the second one is that you have the main screen. So the setup is basically like my videos. And the second constraint is that you have to know a bit how to code. So you don't need to know how to code, but at least understand some of it. Because here for get transcript, as you can see here, and save clip, we're using a self-hosted internal tool. So this is like a self-hosted API that is obviously free because you self-host it. And for each one, you have an app.python file and a Docker file. So you will need to do a bit of configuration that is completely explained in the step-by-step documentation provided. It's, for example, to have the position of your webcam, the size and the ratio of your short, and some small thing like this. You will not have to actually code, but at least understand where this is located on the file. But anyway, this is really well explained in the documentation. So as usual, you can find this template in description. This is the first link, and there is a limited early access deal for the first 10 people. So this is, I think it's like 1/3 of the price. So if you want it, you can get it in description. So let's review this workflow node by node to understand how this is working. So basically you have the setup with the classic trigger, and you have an edit field node to retrieve the video ID that you want to clip. After this, we're using the get transcript HTTP request. So as you can see, we're calling the port 5050. Let me show you how this looks like. So you have an app.python file. So as you can see here, we're using Flask and YouTube transcript API, and we have also a Docker file. So let me go back here. So the output of this node is for each sentence, you have the duration of the sentence, you have the start time and the text, and we're formatting it in this code node with some JavaScript code to have something like this. So you have start time, end time, and the sentence. So it's easier for the LLM to use it. Then we use an LLM to select the clip. So obviously you can change it to whatever you want. We have a structured output to have for each clip selected a title, a start time, an end time, and a reason why this moment is good for a short. Let me open the prompt. So this is really simple. You have some instruction. You can change this. This is the range of the number of short. So I set this up to 3 to 7, but you can change it. So each moment have to meet this following criteria. So a hook or a bold statement, surprising insight, relatable or funny quote, etc., etc. And they have to meet all of these criteria. So the first part was like more to have an idea for the LLM when to start a clip. And if the clip match all of these criteria, you can create and select this moment. So self-contained, so the clip have by itself some context. Start at the beginning of a sentence. Interesting enough to stand alone, minimum 20 seconds. Avoid filler like intros, welcome, or vague promises. Not reliant on previous or following context. And always stop the video at the end of a sentence. And each moment should return this. So this is basically the structured output parser. Then we use a split out node just to have one item for each clip and to be able to loop on it after it. And we do finally a last API call from our self-hosted API and we wait after this. So it's this one YouTube clip API. So this one have also a requirements.txt file. So it's really easy. And you have the clip folder that I showed you previously, where all clips are saved and where you have your endscreen.mp4. So let me open the app.python file. So this one is a bit more complex, and that's why you have a requirement.txt file. So we're using Flask again, we're using subprocess, UUID, and we're also using OS to be able to save your clips inside your computer, so on your local desktop. So as you can see, it's a bit longer, but as I said, everything is explained in the documentation. So you will just need to open the folder that I provide, and you will have every file needed. And on top of this, you will have the documentation file that explain you how to customize everything and how to host it with Docker and run everything. And I also wanted to do a small demo of the workflow. So the only thing you have to set up is the video ID. So this is the ID of my last YouTube video. So let me run this and see how this is working. So let's go on the clip file here, and normally we should see some clips that appear. Yeah, as you can see here, we have some clips that are created. So this is a multi-step process. First, we create the initial clip, then we split the part like this, then we add the sound, etc., etc. That's why you will see for each clip multiple files like this that are created, and at the end, everything is deleted except the final clip. That's why here, for example, let me show you. Yes, you can see you have final because this is the final clip. And here, if I see, this is not the final clip. So as you can see here, we have our final clip. Let me just stop this. Yes, perfect. So as you've seen, it takes a little bit of time. This is also because on my computer, I have so much things running. But normally it usually take like around 20 to 30 seconds to create a clip. So let's see how it look like. So as you can see, this is a dog climbing a volcano. So this is the same as this one, but this is because I run the workflow on the same video. So this is normal. So let me open it to see how it look like, and I will not mute it this time. And you will have as an output this image of the dog climbing a volcano in eruption. For this workflow, I'm using, as you can see here, Flux1 Context Max. So you get the idea, and at the end we have the end screen. So this is a workflow that will allow you to save so much time, especially if you don't have time to create and edit short form content. But as I said, you have to meet the two criteria that are you have to have a face cam and a main screen, and you have to understand at least a bit some code. If you don't, it's not that problematic. You can also use some AI. And again, you can find the link in description. Let me know if you have any question on this workflow. Thank you for watching.